In this video, we're going to look at how we load in samples and sounds into Aserve and then play them back in real time. There are 4 channels for playing back samples, and there are an additional 4 channels for playing back pitched samples. So these are unpitched and these are pitched. To load a sample into one of Aserve's sample channels, you need to do the following command: Aserve load sample. The first argument corresponds to the number of the channel that you want to load, so these 0, 1, 2, 3, followed by a file path to the sound that you want to load in. For now, I'm just going to load in a sample on channel 0. To do this, I'm going to go into my Finder window, and inside the project folder there's a folder called Sounds. So if you don't have any samples to hand, you can load these ones in instead. So to do this, I'm going to drag this into here, which gives me the file path, and then put that inside this function like so. So the file path should be in quotation marks. Note, if you're on Windows, the file path uses backslashes rather than forward slashes. Also, you can only load in WAV or AAF samples. Okay, so let's run this program and see what happens. So you should now see that that sample was successfully loaded into the Aserve sampler. If for any reason this didn't load, this would turn red. To actually play a sample, you need to know another command, which is Aserve play sample. And this again takes the channel that you want to play on, in this case 0, and how loud you want to play that sample. So let's do 1.0. Also, we need to use an Aserve sleep, otherwise it'll play the sample and then Aserve will quit. And hopefully you all heard that quite quiet snare drum sound. Let's run that again. Cool. Hopefully we saw that working. There's an easier way of loading a sort of default set of sounds into Aserve. So instead of loading a single sound, we can simply type Aserve load default sounds. And this will load in 5 default sounds inside Aserve. So this will load in a kick drum, a snare drum, a closed hi-hat and an open hi-hat into the 4 sampler channels, and then it loads a piano sample into the pitched sampler channel. If you want to use the pitch sampler, there's a different command to use. There's Aserve play pitch sample, and this takes one additional argument, which is the note that you want that sample to play at. So by default, this piano sample is note number 60. So if I play note number 60 here, then it will be played at its original pitch. So let's just delete this and move this down to here, and then try this and see what happens. So hopefully you heard a piano sound there. What we could do is, just to test that this works, is we could repeat this a few times over and change the pitch for the other 2 notes. When you use the pitch sampler, playing the sample at a different pitch will mean that it's automatically a pitch shifted up or down relative to the note that it was originally. If for any reason you want to load any custom sounds into this window, then you can do Aserve Aserve load pitch sample. And this again takes 3 additional arguments compared with the just loading normal sounds. Again, the channel and file path are the same. However, you also need to specify the original pitch. So if you make your own samples, put in the note number of what it was originally. And you can also specify an attack value and a decay value, and these are in seconds. So 1.0 would be 1 second, and 0.001 would be 1 millisecond. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.